Hello, living out of my van. 10:29, October 29th, 9:38 p.m. I am in Tucson, Arizona. I got here night before last. Drove down here like one night and then the next day. I spent the day 2 days ago, part of the day, checking out Petrified National Forest. It was really pretty. And then I came here, and I came to Tucson because since I made my last video, I was in Moab, and I wanted a mountain bike, and I only managed to do one mountain bike ride in Moab since the race, and it was really bumpy, and I could hardly hold on to the handlebars. Moab's not a good place to mountain bike if you don't have suspension. And my crank broke, and I had to buy a new crank the next day, so I had to drive into town. And then I went out there again, and I was there like a day or two, and it was just raining the whole time. And then I got up one day, and it was just freezing cold, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. It's too cold here. So I came down to Tucson, and I'm so happy that I'm down here. I love it here. My first night, I came down, and I went to the gym, because they were giving free passes away at Gold's Gym. So I took a shower. It was like my first shower in like 3 weeks, so that was nice. Since like right after the race. And then I checked out the library, got a library membership. In Moab, I had to pay $40 for a library membership for a year because I didn't have an address. But here they gave me one without an address, but I can only check out 2 books. So, and I don't have like the pay money option to get the membership. So, plus you can't use the computers more than like a couple hours a day. But whatever, I have my own computer, and the internet is way better there than in Moab. I can actually upload videos with my my own computer there. So, and I can watch movies there too if I rent them. When you can't do that on the computers in Moab. And I can't watch movies on my computer because I only have one mini computer now because my laptop died. Then yesterday I spent the day checking out the city. It's a really pretty city surrounded by really high mountains. I don't know how high this mountain is. Checked out the college campus, which is really cool. Kids everywhere. Has this like central corridor with people in there. It's packed. And I was in the library, and the lady, I was asking her like if she knew of any cool places for me to camp my car on in the National Forest, Sajuero, and she's like, well, you can just camp in Walgreens parking lots. They allow people to camp there and you see like camper vans in there and stuff because they kind of feel like it increases security for the store, and you go and you buy stuff in the store, and their parking lots are really big anyways. So I was like, all right, so. Like the first night when I was here, I just drove kind of 7 miles south of downtown and parked on the side of the road, but that's kind of far. It's like 14 miles to get there and back, which is kind of, expensive on the gas. So it's kind of a drawback of living in a big city is you have to drive farther to get to places, so you use more gas and time, but I like this city. This is a cool city. Yeah, I bought maps of all the mountain bike areas around here, which seem really cool. There are these huge cactuses, and it was really awesome. Yeah, so last night I camped out in the Walgreens parking lot. I put my curtains up, except for in the front. I laid down, and there were people walking around all night. But I was just there, sleeping. And now, actually, check it out. I have curtains all over the place. Got my light on because I don't know what's wrong. My car won't start, dude. And I mean, I got my lighter replaced. I mean, my starter replaced. So, and like, it's not turning over at all. So, I mean, I hope it's from the battery being bad. In which case, I'm going to take it to the shop tomorrow and try and get my phantom leak fixed. Even though I don't have the money, I'll just do it with my credit card because that's what I've been living off of for the last week anyways. Yeah, I also heard there were like $2.50 movies at movie theaters here that play like 3-month-old movies, so that's cool. I went over there and got their little flyer so I can call them and look at their website. I can see movies there every once in a while. So then today I went over to the park to find a place where you can fill up the water jug. And then there's this pool where it's only $2 to swim in the pool and then take showers there. So it'd be cool to shower every once in a while, you know. I like being clean. I had a really weird experience though my first night I was here. I bought a 6-pack of beer, which is $4.50. It's like cheap down here. And a lot of Mexican food too, which is cool. And so I drank that beer, you know, because that's kind of like my thing is when I go to a new city, I drink beer the first night. It's like the party, the arrival party. So I was there on the side of the road and I drink the beer. Anyway, I go to sleep and I get up in the middle of the night because I always get up in the middle of the night to pee because I drink a lot of water before I go to sleep. And I had a sleepwalking episode, and it was the first sleepwalking episode that I've ever had in my entire life other than this one time when I was like 4, where I think I was pretty sure, I swear to God, I was awake. I was completely awake, and all of a sudden these monsters from all sides of the bed come out from under the bed and go like right above me and go and then disappear or like shoot down under the bed again. And they were like cartoon monsters, and I mean they weren't scary looking and I didn't feel anything off of them, but I saw them clearly and I heard them. And they were there for only a second, but it scared the shit out of me, so I ran. I had to sleep with my parents the rest of the night and like screaming and telling them that I really saw them, and they're like not believing me, and I was like, no, but anyways, yeah. So I wake up, and this is my my ebook reader. This is my ebook reader, right? Here, I gotta look at myself while I do this. It's the B-Book. It's the best ebook reader out there, because, you know, back like a year ago when I got it, it was the only one I could find on the market that reads HTML, and of course you want it to read HTML so that you can get stuff off the internet, you know, whatever internet page, and just put it on, use Dreamweaver to put it on a page, and then you can put it on your, or put your own website stuff on this thing. But anyways, I pick it up, and this is the card slot, because it's also an MP3 player I've been listening to, and it, you know, reads the files really well. But I pick it up, and I thought that this little card slot here was the urine receptacle. And so I peed in it, and all this pee spreads in my face and all over, and I go, whoa, and I wake up, and then I put it down, and I should have let it drain, but I put it down, and then I pee in the real thing, my my 2-liter Sprite bottle, and then I'm like, I can't believe I did that, and I wake up, and I'm like, was that a dream? Did I really do it? And I look at this thing, and it's got pee splattered all over it. I turn it up, pee's dripping out of it, and it was stupid, and I tried to turn it on. I hear this. So I think I ruined it when I turned it on. I should have let it drain for like a week and then try to turn it on, because now it's stuck. And I think I fucking destroyed my $350 ebook that I really liked, man, because the battery lasts forever on this. You can read it in direct sunlight because it's got like newspaper print on it. I mean, I fucked, man. But I've never done that in my entire life. It's so weird. I must be... Maybe I shouldn't drink, or I must be going through a lot of like spiritual changes right now. I do feel like shit today, dude. Like I haven't been eating well enough. I don't think I've been eating well enough. Not drinking enough and not eating enough. I need to get a hold of that, man, because I just went on a bike ride. My first bike ride since that one ride I did in Moab, and I tried to ride up to the top of the mountain. I didn't even know how high it is, Mount Cook, I think. But I got up to like a third of the way. I got up to about 6,000 feet. We're at about 2,200 feet here. And it just got too cold. I didn't bring enough clothes. I brought army's leggies and a rain jacket. I should have brought a jacket and also and a hat. Yeah, so I know better now because it was a night ride. But you know, it was a 3-hour and 14-minute ride. It was a nice little lollygag. But I feel like shit from not eating and drinking enough, so I couldn't like hammer it all. But I thrashed my knee in the race. I must have totally thrashed my knee more than I thought. Maybe because my mom gave me like 20 aspirin, so I just thrashed it, and I felt a whole lot of pain, but not as much as like I would have. So maybe because my knee was really painful when I did that mountain bike ride, and yeah, my knee was hurting the whole time. This one, and but it's not it's not hurting enough to make me have to like ride less. So. Whatever, you know, I'll just keep riding and hopefully it won't get in the way of my riding. I'm gonna definitely make sure never to sit cross-legged. I think that's what how I destroyed my knees, is just sitting cross-legged for so long, for so many years without riding, and just think you're sitting cross-legged, like, you know, working on the computer and stuff. And so I'm gonna have to stretch the fuck out of my legs and never sit cross-legged ever again, and stretch and send positive energy there, and, you know, just drink a lot and keep my body purified and get the toxins out. And I think I'll buy some MSM pills and eat a bunch of vitamin C, and hopefully you know, my knee will come around. I thought the knee problems were done, but I guess from that ride and that race, it's just, you ride hard and it just goes bad. But yeah, a weird thing happened today. I was in my car, and it's like ladies like driving circles around me and like kind of peering in her car, peering into my car while I'm like organizing my van and getting ready to go on a bike ride. And I've got all my clothes on and I'm about to leave, and she's like parked next to me and like looking at me for like a half hour, an hour, and I'm like, what's up with this lady? And she even asked me to borrow a pin. Next thing I know, this cop comes up to me and he's like, yeah, somebody suspects you stole something. So 4 cop cars come, and all these cops, and they cuff me and put me in the back of their car. And, you know, I gave them permission to search my car, and then they tell me that, I guess it was that lady, her purse was stolen, and somebody had been buying stuff with her credit cards out of the Walmart. And anyways, they told me, they let me go, and then they told me that they found, like, her 2 black guys were, like, buying stuff with her cards, so they were, like, getting closer to finding out what was going down. But they're really friendly. And I asked them, can I camp here in the Walmart parking lot? And they're like, well, yeah, we don't care. I mean, there's no ordinance against that. You just have to, it's illegal if you do it without permission, though. So you have to ask them. And I told them that, you know, all Walgreens allow it. And then the library lady told me that, but they're like, well, you should ask them. So then I went in there and asked the guy, and the guy's like, well, I don't think there's a city ordinance against it. And I'm like, no, I already called the cops. The cops say it's up to you guys. So he's like, sure, we don't call the cops, whatever, just park, you know, far away from near the road, you know, not next to the Walgreens. So that's why that's why I totally conspicuously camped here. I've got all my curtains up, you know, with my light on and whatever, you know. I'll just do it like that, and just whenever I camp, I'll just, if it's in a big, you know, department store parking lot, I'll just go in and ask customer service. I'll be like, yo, the cops in this town, they say that they don't give a fuck about camping in town because the cops in Durango are kicking me out. Like, they told me I had to camp outside of the city limits in Durango, and once they busted me sleeping in my van on college campus, and they gave me a $40, they made me go to court, and I had to pay a $40 fine. So it's just different wherever you go, different states and stuff. So just, you know, be straight up with the people and find out what the local rules are, and if they're like, so yeah, I'm lucky here. I'm happy, living out of my van. It's a little bit difficult organizing my stuff. I feel like I don't know where I put my stuff. I forget where I put it, and it's daunting to organize. But I think I'll get the hang of it pretty soon. My car is a mess right now, so tomorrow I'll just get up early and organize the fuck out of it. And my car, I'm going to try and get my car jumped, and if my car won't jump, I have AAA. I'll just have to do AAA, tow it to a garage, and just pay them, dude, with my credit cards to fix the phantom leak and fix the starter. The thing is, I had my starter replaced. So if the guy's like, oh, your starter, I'm going to have to call the other mechanic in Austin, Kenny Hill, and I'm going to have those 2 motherfuckers talk to each other and find out who's lying. Because I have had so many car problems. So anyways, I'm going to, get this phantom thing fixed. I just hope it's not too expensive. But yeah, I thought I had it all under control by just unplugging the battery every time I park it. But maybe, you know, because I don't tighten it down, because that's time consuming. Maybe because it's not tight, it's not charging it while I'm driving. That's what I'm hoping, you know. So anyways, I'll just deal with that tomorrow. Get somebody to jumpstart me, and if not, get my car towed into a mechanic and get it fixed right. Pay as much money as I need to pay with my credit card, and yeah. So anyways, I did a ride today, and I want to do some big ass riding tomorrow, but I gotta fuel myself right, and I'm out of time. Ciao, ciao.